Dogs used to be sort of a fire and forget type of unit, but they could be blocked very, very easily. And they still can be blocked very easily by putting a heavy unit or a cavalry unit between the dogs and their intended targets. Now, dogs can do damage to units that are moving away from them, or units with low armor, like these Persian bows. However, what is new in Attila is that you can actually call back your dogs. And I'm going to give an example of this here. However, what you need to do if you want to call back your dogs is you need to make sure that your handlers are nearby, because they have a certain radius they can call back their dogs from. If they are not within that radius, then the dogs will not respond to the calls of the handlers. So I'm going to send out the dogs now. They will go and attack both the Persian bows and the Persian nobles. But now I want to save some dogs, perhaps. So I'm going to call them back to me. And you can see that instead of just following after, well, they are following after to a significant degree here. But here you can see the dogs are returning to my men. They are returning to the men that are closest, and they will try to follow the men, so that I actually got most of my dogs back. Now, the war dog unit initially didn't make much sense. Like, okay, why do they have a few spearmen in the unit, and why do they have rapid advance and stuff like that? But rapid advance can potentially mean that you can run in with the dogs, send in the dogs, push back skirmishers, threaten a bit, make the enemy respond, and then you can rapid advance the handlers back towards the dogs, get them inside the radius, and then call the dogs back. So if you got, let's say you wanted to chase away some horse archers, you sent out the dogs, then you figure, okay, I'm not going to be able to catch them anyway. Get the handlers to follow the dogs and get the dogs back, so you can do that multiple times, and that can potentially be very useful. It makes the dogs a bit more controllable. You still have to put your handlers in potentially vulnerable situations, but if you follow them around with cavalry, it makes for a very interesting dynamic that dogs can be used in. Strength and honor.